one of you is going to lead us in the opening prayer. Yeah, one of you is going to lead us in the opening prayer. You may raise your hand up. Okay, I see Christian Mantos is ready. Christian Mantos is ready to lead us in the opening prayer.
First, I want.
Yes, let's go ahead. Lead us in the prayer.
I wanted to say something. Are you going to send?
Oh, you have something to say?
Oh, God. Oh, God, bless us. Bless our moms. Bless our teachers. Let the mighty God to bless us all. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Christian Mantos, for leading us in the opening prayer. Yeah. Admin, is my video on? I see as if it's not, and I can't tell what's the challenge.
Video is not on?
Yes, I'm trying to put it on and I see it's not responding. Okay, let me check. Control V. Let me see if the shortcut will work. No.
You try with those full rights?
Yeah, I have the rights and okay. Let me try here. Still no way. Okay. I will get to set this later. Meanwhile, we can keep learning as I find way of putting my video on. I know you need to see me. Otherwise, you are most welcome, my dear learners. Thank you for joining in time. At this particular time, as you can see right from your screen, it's time for Primary 1. And I want to welcome you to Cradle Care, Nursery, and Primary School. Okay, let me check here. Still, I've tried to respond to that message, but still there is no way. I think it's with my device that could be causing this challenge. Okay, so dear learners, we are to have English lesson at this particular time, and in English, today we need to look at something new. So just get set and be ready to learn with your book and your pencil to write. Is that clear? So, my name, for those ones who are new, who have joined us for the first time, my name is Teacher Joel Maluma. As you can see on your screen, that is my name. So I will be teaching English and literacy too. So as of now, we are going to learn English. In case you have any question, my number is on the screen. You can as well write it somewhere such that in case you get any challenge and you would love to contact me, you can use that number. The email address is there for those ones who may need to use the email. You can use the email to contact me. So maybe this number here. Let me talk about this telephone number. This telephone number I'm circling here is also for any inquiry. And we have this website here, which you can use to get to some other services that we offer. Like we have there links to Google Classroom. We have WhatsApp group. All those ones, you will be in position to view them without any assistance from us. So we are set to start off with those few announcements. I don't know if there is any person with a question. If there is none, we can instead move on. So in the chat room is open. You can use the chat room to ask. You write your message and send it. Okay. Yes, I will be receiving it and respond to you. So with that now, I want us to open our books. Yes, we can open our books and write this. Let's first start with date. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, 9th November 2021. Yes. Are we done? Okay, then we can then move on. Let's have this topic for today's lesson. We are to look at food and nutrition. Food and nutrition. That is the topic for today. With there, food and nutrition. Okay, Kabuye, you are welcome. You have just joined. So, all right. I hope you are done with the topic. Now we can set off. Yeah, now as we speak about food and nutrition, we have some keywords here which we need to take note. So among the keywords, we shall be naming some common foodstuffs. Are we together? So, do we know them? If yes, what are they? Let's first read these words together as we get to see how we can correctly write these words. Yes, let us focus on having the correct spelling. One is this: potatoes. Potatoes. There we've got sweet potatoes and the Irish potatoes. Can we give a difference between the two? Next is bananas. We are talking about these foods in plural form. We don't count food, but you may hear me talking using the word foods. Here I'm looking at different groups. So I'm mentioning it in terms of groups. So the first group is of potatoes. Then another group, we are looking at bananas. Are we together? So banana, that is the English word which we all knew. But currently, when you check in the new dictionary, matoke is another English word. Matoke. So matoke is the same as banana. But now, matoke of Uganda has double O. Then matoke, which is an English word, has single O. Are you seeing this? Single O here. So in Uganda, we write two of them. So this is matoke, the one of English version. It means the same with banana. But banana, we have, we have the yellow bananas, which we eat as sweet bananas. Then we are having the ones that we have to eat as food. So that is why at this point of time, I'm bringing the word matoke to give a difference. One may talk about bananas when is meaning the sweet bananas, the yellow bananas that we eat as a fruit. Then here we have matoke, the one we eat as food. Are we together? Any concern so far? Someone, this is Nathan, is saying, help Teacher Joel, send the PowerPoint to Teacher Dennis so that he can project for you. Okay. You mean you can't see my screen? I hope you can see. You must be seeing my screen. So I don't think there is a need to send this work to admin. Yeah. Okay, let us go ahead. Let's move on. We have another word here that is cassava. Look at the word very well. Cassava, this word here. Cassava is another food stuff that we can talk about, which is commonly used by some people, and this depends upon the region. You will discover that in the eastern region, let's say in Vasoga, okay, you will discover that they grow sweet potatoes. Then Irish potatoes are that side of Western Uganda, Kabale district. I have friends from there, and this is the common food there. Then banana or matoke, okay, is more in the Western, the Banyankole, Bachigam, and other tribes there. They enjoy more of banana together with here in the central. Baganda also, their staple food is banana, or we can call it matoke, which I'm saying is another English word that is in the dictionary, originating from Uganda here. Then cassava is also another foodstuff, as I have said, enjoyed with a mixture of another food that we are going to look at. Okay, my friends in those ends of Busia, you should be knowing how we do this. Then that side of Soroti, I have friends from there. Okay, so they mingle cassava flour mixed with at times millet, at times sorghum. Yeah, so we are looking at food and nutrition, and these are some of the foodstuffs that we are looking at. Let's have another one. We have pumpkin. Pumpkin. Yes. Do you know how a pumpkin looks like? Have you ever eaten it? What is its color? We have pumpkin. Next, we've got millet. Millet. just like I said, millet is also another food stuff that is enjoyed by our friends in the northern region and part of eastern. Let me first check on someone's hand here. Who is that one? Somebody's hand was up. And I can't see you now. Yes. I have Kabuye and Shina. Let me first hear from them. Kabuye.
Yes, teacher.
I see your hand is up. Do you have any concern, any question?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
do we have to write these examples?
Okay. Yes, we can have them written, but I'm going to give you that time. Let's first learn how to read them as you hear when I explain about it, because I will ask you some questions. If you start writing now, you may not get to know some other things I'm explaining. So hold on, I will give you time. Thank
Okay.
you for that question.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Shina, can I hear from you?
Says teacher. Yes, teacher.
I see your hand is up. Do you have any question?
Yes.
What is your question?
Teacher, should we write the examples? Teacher, should we write the examples?
I have just talked about this. Okay, thank you. Let's now move on. I'm going to give you time to write this because I need you to get the correct spelling. So we shall write. Let's first learn how to read them and understand which foodstuff is used in a particular region. So I was just explaining millet, that millet is another foodstuff that is enjoyed by our friends in the northern region and part of eastern region. When you cross to Soroti and other districts there, okay, we shall look at them in the peak. I would like you now to identify, because I believe you have got an opportunity to travel to some places. You have reached markets, you've reached some shops. So you should be knowing some of them when you can identify. Some of us, we don't know even where these foodstuffs are got from. Some of us, we know just in the market, but how do they reach the market? How do they look when they are in those other places before reaching the market? Here we have maize. Maize. Maize, we can eat it in its, when it is roasted or boiled. At times we can let it to dry and we get flour, maize flour, okay? Then we mingle as posho, and this is commonly given to us when we are at school. We eat posho at school, though in some other schools we can get that change of diet. There is rice, there is matoke, Irish, and others, okay? So we shall get to watch this. Next is yams. Yams. Do we know yams really? Just like pumpkins, yams are also another foodstuff that can be added onto the main meal. So we can have like matoke and some rice. Then we put a piece of yam, a piece of pumpkin, you know. So where do we get yams from? Not from the shop, not from is not made in a factory, but is also grown. Do you know how it looks like? We have those yams that do well on in the wetlands, in the swamp. Then we have others that are designed to grow on upland. Okay, next is ground nuts. Ground nuts. We know nuts very well, but here I'm talking about ground nuts. Okay, some are red or pink, something that color there, or between. Then others are white. Do you also enjoy them? Yes, roasted, boiled. I see them along the street. So let's first have these examples written, then we shall discuss more. Let us have these examples written in our books. Meanwhile, I have been seeing some of you raising your hands. So if you have a problem, I would like to hear from you now. If you have any challenge. Okay, let me see. I have Ethan. I have Christian Mantos. Let me first hear from Ethan. Meanwhile, others be writing. Yes, Ethan.
Fish.
Ethan,
Yes.
I see your hand is up. Do you have a question?
No, I want to tell you an answer.
Hey, which answer is that?
Fish.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, there is fish. Actually, here we haven't talked about the sauces. Sauce. There we can have fish. Someone has sent me here. This is the Ethan still. You have talked of meat. I see meat in the chat room. Yes. We can have some greens. Hey, carrots, tomatoes. So all these ones. Thank you so much, Ethan. Still, you talked about osho. Yes, you know, there are so many examples of food that we can talk about, but we can't finish them all. We shall look at a few now, then you keep adding on. Let me hear from Ayla and Abid. Meanwhile, be writing. Be writing, please. Ayla?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Yes, I see your hand is up. Do you have a question? Okay. Kabuye, your hand is up. I think you just forgot to lower your hand. Christian Mantos has something to say. Can I hear from you? Others, let us be writing. Yes, Christian? Christian Mantos? Mantos?
Teacher.
Yes, your hand is up.
Are you going to send a quiz? I sent you already.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, of course, we have to do the activity about this work. So quizzes will come. Not now, but after. So just stay on. Quizzes will come, please. Wait for them. I guess you have finished to write. Is it? Let me first stop screen share. I want to test out something here. Okay. Yeah. I think my camera has some settings that I have to work upon, because that is the notification I'm seeing here. I have to adjust some settings in my camera to be able to join you with my video. So for today, we shall move in this form without my video on, because that is what I'm seeing. So now let us move on. We need to have this activity. Look at that question. What can you see in the picture? What can you see? Some of us, we don't know these foodstuffs. As we talk about them, we don't know them. What can you see? Let me see from those people whose hands are up. I have Kasinje Keith. What can you see? Keith.
I can see sweet potatoes.
Wow, this is so good. Thank you. I can see sweet potatoes. Yes. So my brothers and sisters, have you ever eaten sweet potatoes? Just from the word sweet. They are sweet when you eat them. There is that taste of sugar. Thank you, Kate. And another question goes to another person, and that is, let me see. Let me first bring the work here. Another person is going to tell us, what can you see in the picture? And that is Rich. Rich Tom Sange. Yes.
I'm not yet finished with the other work.
Hey, which work? Writing the examples.
No, the first one.
The first one, which is talking about sweet potatoes. Yes,
Yes.
Is it this one?
No.
Which one? This one here? This one?
Yes.
Or which word are you?
Pumpkin.
You are on the word pumpkin. Okay. Friends, is there any other person who had not finished? I don't want to move faster. I know my learners. Let me first lower all your hands. Let me first lower all your hands. We need to move slow. We need to first finish writing. Now, if you, okay, let me just ask this. John, I see your hand is up. Have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm giving you 1 minute to reach to also finish, then we get back. Let me hear from Kabuye. Kabuye, have you? Okay, Shina, have you finished? Okay, Kabuye. Kabuye, have you finished? Kabuye has poor network.
Teacher.
Yes. No. Okay, you finish. Let me give you time to finish writing, then we get to the other activity. You finish writing. Let us finish. Pumpkin, millet, maize, yams, groundnuts, okay. I hope we are done. That time is enough. Now let us get back to our discussion here, where we are identifying some of these foodstuffs that we are talking about. We need to identify them. So this one we had finished, and we said this is sweet potatoes. Yeah, you can see sweet potatoes. If you are asked, what can you see in the picture? You say, I can see sweet potatoes. Or if you are two and more, then you say, we can see sweet potatoes. Is that clear? So there we are. Sweet potatoes are in several colors. We have these ones which are red, the cover, which is peeled, but inside you will find when it's white. Then others, let's say they are white, then still inside can be white, can be yellow. It will depend upon the type, because we have so many types and they are grown in the garden. How? You need now to go and practice. You will get to learn this if we are at a school. We have our school garden where we can do this practically. I show you how you can grow sweet potatoes. If mommy has time and there is a garden, you ask, hey, let mommy show you how it is done. Kale, let's move on. Here now, what can you see? Let me check with Joyela. Hey, Joyela, what can you see? Here is a question. What is this?
That's a matoke.
So if the question is, what can you see? How do you respond? Joanna?
Yes.
How do we respond to this question in a sentence?
I can see matoke.
Good. I can see matoke. Wonderful. So here we have matoke, and this is how it looks like when it is still in the garden. We have the bunch of matoke here. Okay. Now, when it is mature, we harvest and bring it home. Some of us, we know that matoke is got from the market, because we just go to the market and buy matoke, but we don't know how to grow. You need to have that banana sack, which you take to the garden. It grows and become big. Time comes, it puts on what we enjoy. So you can prepare your matoke in this form as you can see here, or you can prepare it in this form. It is upon you to choose which one works well for you. Now I'm showing you food which is on the plate. Some people have started feeling hungry. I know you have finished having your breakfast, but looking at this matoke which is on the plate, some of you have started feeling hungry. After this lesson, you will say, Mommy, me, I want to eat. I want to eat matoke. Okay, let's move on. Leaving this aside, we have another food here. How do we call this? What can you see in the picture? Another person to tell us. And who is that? Let me check. Let me check here. Who has not spoken? I have Shanita. Yes, Shanita. What can you see?
I can see pumpkins.
Very good. Hey, here we have pumpkin, and as you can see, we have pumpkin in several colors. We have these ones which are yellow in color. Then we have pumpkin this side, which has green and white spots in it. But leaving along the color of the pumpkin outside here, inside it is yellow. So here I've tried to bring different samples to see how does a pumpkin look inside. So outside can be green, can be yellow, but inside is yellow. We have even those ones that are white in color. Yes. So if you want to see the plant, how it looks like, you may try to Google or ask mommy to make you walk around. You get to visit some gardens. When we get back to school, we can have these pumpkins grown in our school garden. Are we together? Let's move on. I hope here we are done. We have identified this. Now another one is here. How do we call that one? What can you see in the picture? Someone is going to tell us what you are saying. And there I want to get to, some people are not putting up their hands. Kale, let me get to, they are the same hands I'm seeing. These are my active people. Okay, Kabuye, tell us. What can you see in the picture?
I can see cassava.
Oh, very good. This is cassava. Yes, you are right. So here we have cassava in the basket. Do you enjoy cassava? We can prepare it in several ways. Okay, we can prepare it in several ways, but mommy will tell you more about this. Some of you enjoy katogo. How do we call katogo in English? This is a simple word, but at times it is confusing. I asked someone, how do we call katogo? Then he said that, katogo is prepared in several ways. There is a katogo of the one mixed with Here we are looking at cassava, and this man here you are seeing has uprooted the cassava plant, and we can see the root tubers. These root tubers, they are the ones we are calling cassava that are put in the basket here. They are the roots of that plant. Are we together? So this, if you are asked, what can you see? You say, I can see cassava. I can see cassava. Okay. We are moving on. We are moving on. Yes. Next is this now. What can you see in the picture? Yes. What can you see in the picture? So, let me check. Who is going to tell us? Taron is here. Taron Kasumba. What can you see in the picture?
I can see maize.
Wow, thank you so much. I can see maize. Very true. So here we have maize when it is still on the garden, and this maize is ready to be roasted. You can also boil. Are we together? When it is still green like this before drying. So this is maize. But I can see this one is in the color of yellow, which is commonly used to prepare popcorn. The popcorns. Okay. Then this is how it looks like. This is its plant. But if left in the garden, time comes, it dries, and we harvest, we take it home. So after totally drying, we can take it to the machine. After milling, we get our flour. So we get the maize flour and the mingo posho. Just like what we eat in some schools. So this is maize. Let's move on. We are just identifying. No drawing. Here we are. What can you see? What is here? Somebody to tell us. And that is Jesse. Jesse Elijah. What can you see?
I can see yam.
Very good. We can see yams. Oh, I can see yams. Are we together? These are yams.
Yes.
So here is the real food, but this is the plant. So the plant of yams it looks like this. We have those ones that do well in wetlands, in the swamp. Then we have those ones, the local ones that can be put in any place when it is not a swamp. Are we together? So these are yams. Please, you need to be eating these foodstuffs because each of them is rich in some nutrients that are needed in our body. That's why today we are looking at food and nutrition. We need to eat these foods. Now here I have this. What can you see? I have told you, some of you, after this lesson, you will finish and you start asking for food. You will get out of class and you begin to ask for food. Let me check with Sheena. Sheena, how do we call this? What can you see? Shin. What can you see? It seems Shina doesn't know, she's not responding. Okay, John, what can you see? Tell us something. John?
Yes, teacher.
Which food?
Yes, teacher.
What can you see in the picture? Do you know this food? John?
Yes, teacher.
Do you know this food you are seeing in the picture?
Yes,
How do we call it?
I can see milk.
Wow, I can see millet. Or we can see millet. Yes, this is millet. It can also be milled, and we get the millet flour, which we use to mingle the millet bread. Or we can prepare millet known as bushera. Are we together? So here it is. Now my friends, that side of Busia, Tororo, we cross to Soroti, going up to northern Uganda there. You know this food very well. I also enjoy it so much. So there we are. Let's move on. What about this? What is that? Somebody to tell us. What can you see? What can you see? Let me see. Let me ask Abid. There is Ayla and Abid. Who is there? Abid, what can you see?
Yes, teacher. It's me, Ayla.
Ayla, where is Abid?
Abid is here playing, not at what to learn. It's lying. I want to learn it.
but you've gone away from your device. Now, Abid, since you want to learn, tell us, what can you see in the picture?
We can see groundnuts.
Very good. Hey, these are groundnuts. So good. So, do you enjoy eating groundnuts? Oh, you've muted. Yeah. Now, friends, these are groundnuts. They can be prepared in several ways. Even we can make sauce out of groundnuts. Okay, so they are, we can buy the seeds, okay, and plant them during a rainy season. So after planting them, they will grow and put on the pods that you are seeing in here. So these pods are the ones that contain the groundnuts. Is this very clear? I hope you enjoy eating roasted groundnuts. Okay, or fried. Do we fry? Do we roast it? What? Do we boil? There are so many ways. Yes. God, there we are. But do we still have time? Maybe let me ask you one more. One more and we end here. Now, what can you see in the picture? What can you see? Some friends here, their hands are down. I need to hear from each of you. I have Divine. Divine, you are so quiet in class. And Nathan, what happened? Phil. Kale, let me check with Divine. Divine, are you there? Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. What can you see in the picture?
I can see some carrots.
Very good. These are carrots. Mhm,
Teacher
thank you.
Joel,
Yes, please.
I wanted to pray for the closing prayer.
Okay, there is no problem.
It
Okay,
will.
but not now. I will tell you.
Okay.
Let
Where
me
are
get
you?
Gideon. Gideon, are you able to spell for us the word carrots? Onyam. Gideon.
Yes, teacher.
We have been told that these are carrots. Are you able to spell for us the word carrots?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Use.
A
Okay.
double R
Yes.
O D S.
Really? Thank you for trying. Hey, somewhere you missed out something. Hey, you spelled a letter which is not meant to be there. Let me see. Who is going to spell for us the word carrots? Let me check. We are going to spell the word carrots. Who? I have, let me get gender balance now. I give to girls. Shanita. Are you, do you know the word carrots? You spell for us?
Yes, teacher.
You spell it.
C
Yes.
A
Yes.
R
Yes. Go ahead to spell. Hey, Shanita's ended there. Yeah. Let me check with Ethan. Ethan,
Yes,
are you able to spell the word carrots?
yes.
You spell it.
C O
Hey, the word is bringing problems. Finally, let me check one more person, and that is Jesse Elijah.
Yes, teacher.
Are you in position to spell for us the word carrots?
Yes.
You spell and we hear.
C
A.
A
Yes.
double R
Yes.
O
Yes.
T S.
Good. The word is carrots.
Carrot.
Wonderful. I can see carrots. I can see carrots. Okay. This is so good. So you can have this word written because some of us, we never knew how to spell it correctly. Meanwhile, as you are writing, I want to ask you, who can explain to us how we use carrots, because it is a bit different. Carrots and nuts, the other ones were foodstuffs. Now, these ones are more of sauce. How do we use? Somebody to explain to us who knows how to cook. And will explain to us. Taron, are you able to explain to us something?
Plain what?
If you are going to fry the sauce, let's say fish or meat, what do we need?
Pardon?
If we are going to prepare our nice sauce, let's say fish, or can be meat, what other things do we need to mix there?
Tomato.
Good. What else?
Green pepper.
There is green pepper.
Onion.
Onions. Nice. And what?
Spices.
Okay, the spices. Thank you so much. So there we bring the curry powder. We bring Royco, you know. We can even put, anyway, we have many things that we can add. So friends, I don't want to give you a lot for today. We don't need to learn a lot of new words, but this question and these last two were to open our minds to think about which sauce goes with the food stuffs that we have learned. If you are going to eat matoke and you are preparing matoke, which sauce do you need to prepare matoke with? We did not talk about sauces, but just think about it. If you are going to prepare cassava, what do you need as a sauce? You are going to prepare millet, kalo. What do you need? Which sauce goes well with kalo? That is millet. Are we together? So, like that, I want you to think about that as we are ending this lesson. So, please allow me to remind you that find activity of lesson 2 on P1 Google Classroom. The lesson notes are already uploaded and the activity is also coming to you very soon. So this marks the end of today's lesson. I want to thank you for attending the lesson. For those who joined us this week, you are most welcome. Thank you for joining Prado Care Nursery Primary School. This is an online school and we love to see you joining. So what are the things we have to do? Remember, here we pay money every week. You can choose to pay once at the end of, for the whole month. So you can call those numbers to be guided over what you can do. So there we are, my dear learners. If you haven't paid the money for this week, remind your parent to pay this money. Is that clear? Remind your parent to pay this money. So with that, we've come to the end of our lesson today, and I would like to have, Divine is going to lead us in the closing prayer, but I don't know these hands which are up. Do you have any question before we have the closing prayer? I've put down your hands. Yes, I see Christian Mantos, as if he's raising the hand. What's happening? Joella has. Yes, may I hear from you, Joella?
Teacher,
Yes, please.
I want to lead.
You want to do what?
I want to lead.
To lead in the prayer. Okay. I will give you this opportunity on Friday. I have already accepted I agreed with the divine that is the one going to lead us. So I request, I'm so sorry, but you will lead us in prayer next time. Okay, Kali. So with that now, let us have okay, divine is here. Divine, lead us in the closing prayer.
Oh Lord, we thank you for our teachers. We thank you for our students. We thank you for all our other teachers. We thank you for the children and the food we are going to eat tomorrow. Oh Lord, I am going to come to school tomorrow. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for that prayer. I wish you a
You're
good day.
welcome, teacher.
Everybody now can unmute and say bye-bye to us.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Evans.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Theo.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye,
everybody.
teacher.
Teacher,
Bye.
See. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.